Hey everybody, welcome to THS Wrestling. And today I'm joined by some living legends. And when I say legends, I do not say that lightly. And I'm going to read off some of the accolades. Right now, we have 3 times IWGP Tag Team Champions, 2013 World Tag Team League Champions, 2-time WWE Champions, and the best tag team in the world because they have the trophy to prove it. Doc Gallows, which is not here right now, and Machine Gun Karl Anderson. Also joined with him is TalkNShopAMania 24/7 Tag Team Champion, 3-time Ring of Honor Tag Champion. Trails. His list is so long, and I'm really stuttering over it because it's really, really long. And I wanted to say these things because, guys, this is legit legend status. 8-time IWGP World Tag Champion, former IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, former Super Junior Tag Champion, and the list goes on and on and on. Rocky Romero, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome them to THS
What is
Wrestling.
up? What's going on?
Yeah,
there's way too many things to read for me.
I like hearing Rock's accolades, man. I gotta say though, I won the title. I won the tag titles with Bernard too, so I'm a 4-time brother. Because
4-time.
Gallows came in and danced. Gallows came in and danced on my fame over there, but he helped. He obviously helped me. So
right, man.
Thanks for having us, dog. Appreciate you.
Yeah, what's up, Neesin?
Man, thank you for getting on. Also, thank you for coming with the energy, especially me. I'm sitting there trying to drink the hair of the dog.
That's all good. Where you at right now? Because I was hopped up on caffeine all day, babe. We've been going all day long. It's all good. Let's keep going.
Oh yeah, it's LA. So we're 1:30.
You and Rock on the same boat. All right, so Rock's been up since 6:30 this morning.
So,
we had him up early.
Yeah, I woke up at 6 to start, and Neesin was just going to bed. He told me. So.
I was going to bed, and then I had to get up and go to boxing. I had to be there at 7, all across the city. So
you on that life?
Well, it's the life of a rock star, man. It's the life of a dream.
Good.
You guys know all. Yeah, you guys know all about it. And speaking of which, let's start with Rocky. I'm gonna ask you the same thing, Mr. Machine Gun.
Yep.
What inspired you this morning, Rocky?
What inspired me? Man, what inspired me was TalkNShopAMania 2 and just getting on here, talking about it all day. We're so excited. Not only are we financially invested into this thing and maybe a little overdrawn when it comes to that, but we're also just, emotionally connected to this thing because this is our baby. The first one was awesome. The second one is even more of our baby because it's now we're really putting it on the line to see if we sink or swim, because the first one, we got to prove that it wasn't a fluke, and especially to ourselves that it wasn't a fluke, and that what we're making here, the product that we're making, is something that will last and something that people will truly enjoy, and hopefully we'll start this cult following type thing, with this thing. So we'll see what happens. But that's what inspired me. TalkNShopAMania 2. That was the long version. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we believe it, but it's the truth because we believe in this shit, right? Because I want people to 10 years down the road, man. I want them to have this on DVD or have it on demand, wherever it is, however it will be streamed down the road, maybe through the Talk Shop app in the day, but. However they do, I want them to get with their friends on a fucking Saturday night, bro, let's get together, man. Let's do this. Let's hit this CBD oil. Let's drink this 6-pack of beer, whatever we want to do, and let's watch that first Talking Shop, man. But actually, part 2 is my favorite, dog. I love TalkNShopAMania 2. I want it to be like that because that's the kind of that's legitimately that's the three of our that's a drug for me is to when I can see people being entertained by what we're doing and how we our brand of humor or entertainment when it pops people, man, there's nothing better than that.
And man, you definitely said a lot because that's how I view you guys, right? I view you guys as the boys that I've never really met in person, but I'm sitting there having a drink with you when I'm listening to Talking Shop, or when I'm watching TalkNShop Full Keg, or when I'm watching TalkNShopAMania, or when anytime you're on television, I feel oh man, that's just the boys. We're just having a drink and we're just laughing. And so with that said, you guys with access, you had Talking Shop Full Keg, which I just found because I have Impact saved on my DVR, and it saved that. So I went to that. Yeah, so I'm oh, what's this? Talking Shop Full Keg. And next thing you know, here's the 3 of you guys killing it in a variety show, in a different way. Like, tell me how we went from, all right, you know, we're moved on from WWE. Where do we go now? Like, what do we want to do? How do we come up with having all of these Talking Shop different entities?
You know, with us, like, there's nothing fake about us, right? Nothing fake about this friendship. Nothing worked about this friendship. The same shit we say when we're talking on the podcast or on commentary during the TalkNShopAManias or on Full Keg. Like, that's the kind of stuff we joke about with each other. Like, we make fun of Rock for being small all the time. Like, we make fun of Gallows for having a temper. We make fun of me for just being fucking quirky and fucking doing something stupid or whatever. I'm always doing something dumb, but that's the shit that we always mess with each other about. And so, like, just to be like, to go from where we went to and to be able to have this opportunity to go on Access TV and have our exact kind of show, man, like that's what having a business is all about. Like, and that's what Talking Shop is a business that you want to have fun when you're making money. You want to have fun when you're making, you know, real shit happen. And like, for the three of us to be able to do what we do together, man, that's what dreams are made of, man.
And I don't think it would have been, you know, for the, you know, to be honest, the pandemic was kind of the situation that kind of opened all this up. I mean, these guys, they would have had flights booked for the rest of the year, you know what I'm saying, with WWE, and they would have been going on and doing their thing with them. But then obviously with the pandemic and everything, kind of changed the whole narrative for the year for a lot of people, not just these guys and not just us in general. But then, you know, we had to really hit the ground running. And when it, you know, started with the podcast and then just started to move, then, you know, Gallows had the idea to do TalkNShopAMania. Then that was the next step. And then the next piece was like, we started getting, you know, the wine deal, the other deals, you know, all these different deals started coming down the pipeline. So then we just had to go with it, you know, to go with the flow, keep running, keep the momentum going. Cause I think that's the hardest part is keeping the momentum so strong. So now we're just like full force into it. Just keep rolling. I mean, we should have taken a break from after doing the last TalkNShopAMania, but Gallows was like, no, I think we should keep going. We should keep pushing. And it took some convincing on both our ends, but finally I gave in, and then I was secretly texting with Gallows to push Machine Gun into this, to be honest.
It's a lot of work, man. Because you know, if you're an artist or you're an entertainer or whatever, you gotta get yourself in the right mindset to get yourself like creative to think about. I remember we would be talking about the creative process for TalkNShopAMania 2, and they would be texting ideas, and they're both laughing back and forth, and I wasn't feeling it yet, and I was like, dog, I'm not into this shit yet. Just don't. I'm not even reading it because I didn't care. And then finally, once I got invested, I went insane with it now. And then when you see this, like, it's the three of us throwing all of our ideas together, and man, I feel like magic happened, man.
And so were you salivating when they leave WWE and you know, now everything's in the clear, where you just like, man, like now we could actually do, because you're working in New Japan and in Impact. You're I wouldn't let the real messiah of pro wrestling without being in the WWE, right? Working with all these different companies and actually making content that's affecting and do, like, you're doing all these things. So was it just like, man, I finally get to do real things with my boys over this year on a big platform?
Yeah, no, definitely. When first, you know, you thinking about, you know, personal wise, you know, if they're okay. So what, you know, once I knew that they were good personally, I was like, okay, cool. When they both said the okay of like, let's just go get it, you know, like basically let's just go get the bag. Let's just go for it, you know? So I was so happy, because obviously I would love to see them come back to New Japan Pro Wrestling for sure, you know? So, you know, that's something we've all been waiting for a long time. You know, there's a lot of Bullet Club fans out there. There's a lot of New Japan fans out there that have been salivating, waiting for the Good Brothers to come back and take the throne, you know, so to speak. And then Machine Gun in his singles, you know, run, they've been waiting for him to take the, you know, when is he going to take that IWGP Heavy? You know, when is he going to do that? You know, so I think that there's a lot left for them to do in Japan. So, and especially now that the platform is bigger because these guys left New Japan, you know? So, I mean, the platform just blew up once they left, you know? So I can't wait to see them back over there. And this is just the beginning, you know?
And I was going to actually bring that up, Machine Gun. I was a fan of you in New Japan. And then once I seen the little bit of glimpse of, oh, are they giving machine gun single matches in WWE? Oh, okay, we're gonna get some type of run, right? Did you get the little nibble and be like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm ready to do this in a single in WWE? Did you feel like that time? I mean, of course it got cut short, but did you feel like that single run got cut short?
I feel like the steam never got going, but I always had confidence in myself, and I still do, and that's why now I got a chip on my shoulder now, because I want me and Gallows to have all the tag team success in the world, right? But I mean, I just need people to realize like let's not forget how goddamn good I am. Let's not forget that when a singles match happens, you're trying to tell me I can't get in there and go with Rollins or whoever the fuck is at the top. You're trying to tell me that me and Prince Devitt or Fergie can't have a great match? Like, get out of here, man. Because I've done it before. I've proven it before, and I'm going to do it again. It's like, but that's what drives me, right? Like, so I'm not sitting around bitter about it. I know that I'm going to get these opportunities again. And right now, like, being able to pop all this business off with my boys and like entertain the world in this insane TalkNShopAMania alternate universe, that's fun. I know Impact, I got a big match. I got a singles match coming up on Impact on Access TV on Tuesday. Then I got a tag team title match on Saturday. Like, shit is popping off. And then New Japan's going to get hot. I mean, it's exciting. It gives me chills even thinking about it.
So you do have the big match with the North on the 14th at Turning Point.
Turning Point, brother.
So the North has really picked up steam, and to you guys to get in there and mix it up, it's really having the internet, because I mean that's all we have right now. It's the internet clamoring, right? But the wrestling internet legitimately is clamoring for it, because when you hear about indie tag teams, and Impact's not indie at all in my eyes, but you hear about people that's not in WWE, the two names that really come up if it's not AEW is going to be the Good Brothers in the North. Yeah,
And I didn't know much about the North, right, when we left WWE. And then as we left, I started to figure out who the hell these guys are. And then you realize that they're both good, man. And then like Ethan Page, man, this guy can roll on the mic with anybody, and and with especially entertaining wise, like he's funny, he can turn it up serious, he can be really, really entertaining. And Josh Alexander, man, this guy can really, really wrestle. He's a hard hitter and he's really good. And so when I figured out how good they were, and then we meshed a little bit when we had a match on, like, maybe it was on Access, but it was a quick little thing just to kind of get it going. It's like, man, these guys are good. Then I saw that, the people talking about it, they're like, they want to see this match. They want to see the Good Brothers versus the North. And then, man, the tag title match is a big one. I mean, they gave us some time. We have fun, and they're good.
So, Rocky, after they win the titles, are we going to see them in New Japan?
I hope so, man. I'm hoping, it's just such a shame right now, because really this would be such a hot year for New Japan. We had MSG planned, we were going to Wrestle Dynasty in New York City. That was going to be massive. And then going into January 4th and 5th would have been super crazy, at this point. But, January 4th and 5th is still open, and, there's still some issues, I think, with visas and getting people over to Japan. But as soon as that's able to happen, these guys have got to come over. They got to be there, and they got to come and do it big when they come back,
Yeah, the time will come. It's just waiting on the right timing when the world gets going again.
Yeah,
and it will.
Yeah. It definitely will. I mean, we're definitely on the turn as everybody finds their feet within. I feel like Impact after Slammiversary, which you guys, of course, was huge on, that kind of ripped internet apart. And Impact really found its new footing. Being now a part of Impact and being there, and like I said, doing TalkNShopAMania, you got the gimmicks coming. You have all these things that you guys really submitted your feet in. Tell me about that relationship and the relationship with Access, and how do you guys like it?
Impact has been like, the second we left WWE, like within 5 minutes, Scott D'Amore called and was like, yo, I know like everything just went down, but I want you to know that we want to work with you. We want to work with you guys like badly. Like, just when you're ready to talk, let's talk. And man, we talked every day for the 3 months that are, of our non-compete clause. And, they told us they wanted us to promote everything we wanted to do. They would help us promote everything we wanted to do. They wanted us to be at the top of Impact. They want to help us with Talking Shop. They want us to have a special on Access TV. They want to help us with movies. They want to help us with the gimmicks. They want to help us with everything. And it was like, man, this is like a match made in heaven. And like, we're allowed to do anything we want. Like we can't go down to the, we can't go to the local UAW hall and wrestle a match or anything, but like we can go do signings. We can go do anything we want, man. And that's what's the freedom.
They can do they can do Cameo, they can do Twitch.
They can do all that shit. They can do all that shit. Yeah. It's true. Yeah.
And it's what's your names?
Yeah. Until Scott hears this and is like, nah, hold up. Nah, no more of that. I wouldn't blame him either because it kind of makes sense, but my hat's getting all weird right here. Hold on. StreamYard's a little backwards. I've noticed. Like,
yeah,
right?
It's a miracle.
Yeah, so like,
I do the same thing. Like I'm always adjusting my shoulders. I'm like, wait, am I?
Yeah, but I gotta do it like the other way, so my shit looks all crooked. But man, Impact, like, and then Slammiversary, people were talking about like, don't you wish you heard the pop? Don't you wish you heard the pop? And it was like, I knew there was a pop, man. I knew that the people watching at home were like, fuck, here's the Good Brothers finally. I knew there was a pop when the night before when we announced it, like. And then I knew there was a pop when I saw the buy rate. So I knew shit was good. So I know people were popping at home. So like Impact is literally like we're happy to be there right now. Like we're trying to get a 10-year contract. We're trying to extend to 2030. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, well, look, if you keep popping them buy rates, they're not gonna care about your Cameo. They're not gonna care about your Twitch. Yeah. As long as you show up, that's all they're gonna care about. Before we get out of here, I definitely want you guys to talk about what are we looking forward to for Talking ShopAMania 2.
Chavo versus Chico, man. Like this is a full-blown movie. Mm-hmm. Then you got, a real movie, like with just like I said, crazy shit, man. Like gunshots, people dying, people. Matrix style. I mean, yeah, there's death. It's shot in high definition. It's a straight up movie, man. And then
it's Bravo, the best line for 2020.
Exactly. Then of course it goes to ball versus ball, and you got straight Gallows Anderson humor where we're trying to rip each other's nutsack off, and we're going back and forth with that. The ending to that is ridiculous, and like which hooks you for a part 3. But then we go back to the roots of what Talking ShopAMania is, right? Just the three of us on commentary watching shitty wrestling, and it's fucking you got the Nature Boy Paulie, you got George North, you got Frankie Chiasto, you got all those, you got all the old freight trains up in that mug.
Oh man, Freight Train's the best.
Yeah, he's the best, and like these guys are our stars, man. And when I say shitty wrestling, they don't take offense to that. It is just out like, listen, these guys, we need these guys. So like that's the problem is we might have to start paying them a lot if we ain't careful.
The bigger they become stars.
That 10-year contract. That 10-year contract. That's
damn. But man, the way they get us laughing on like Rory Fox is a star, right? And like, I mean, he must have took him 15 takes for this promo, and I mean, we're just losing it on commentary. Like, why is he talking for so long, man? He's not following directions, and like we're crying. We start crying. We start crying on commentary together. Like, and it's like that's the kind of shit that I think people are gonna. We're literally just having fun. We want people just to enjoy themselves, man. That's really the final draw to it.
That's incredible. And I think everybody are going to enjoy themselves. And before we go, Rocky, I want to ask you something, man, since you're in the office of both of these companies.
Yeah.
It's one thing that we see ROH and New Japan, Impact and eventually New Japan, just working more collaborations with wrestling companies. When you say best tag team in the world, there's a couple of names that really jump out. You have North, you have the Good Brothers, you have, of course, the Young Bucks, you have FTR, you have the New Day, you have the Usos, you have so many of these tag teams. But and I'm sorry, Undisputed Era, I can't leave out them. Red Dragon. You have all these amazing tag teams. But to have a tournament that actually has all of these amazing tag teams in it, that could probably, I know we're not doing stadiums right now, but if we were, could either pop a huge buy rate or pack out stadiums, right? That will be enough to split there'll be enough for these companies to split revenue with. What would it take to get something like that?
I think that I wouldn't put it past that it could happen. Basically, AEW could happen New Japan, could happen Impact, it even could happen ROH. The only person I don't see playing ball would be WWE, because they'd have too much to lose, because they would be basically, in their minds, they would be saying like, they'd be giving all these people the endorsement that they don't want to give, because they know that, I think, all those companies are much better than WWE. We know that WWE is a leader, but there's so much more to unpack in that. But when you come out to just wrestling and how people entertain just one-on-one, there's nobody better than any of those companies right there. Impact, ROH, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and AEW, they're killing it. They all killing it in their own way, and they're all so different and very unique and extremely creative, and they just don't have the budget and the money that WWE has.
Yeah, because I mean, as a fan, that's something I've been like screaming about. It's like, look, everybody will win. It's not like people won't have money, but I guess at the end of the day, it's who goes over and how do we, capitalize on it.
2020 was a crazy year, but I think with the pandemic, it's kind of really changed people's minds, right? I think in the wrestling world, and thinking that like, maybe we do need to work together, especially because we can't do these big arenas, right? But why can't we do like maybe a pay-per-view and stuff like that? I mean, not saying that that's going to happen, but I could see that happening, because I think people have changed, like we have to kind of maybe work together a little bit. All these smaller companies, need to work together to maybe put on some dream matches for the fans and really do some really cool business and be creative, which is most important.
Yeah, I mean, do a Fight Island, a Wrestle Island, get all these companies out there, and I see that's huge money on the table.
Yeah.
So that's just my way of pitching it. Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, I hope it happens. Shit.
Every dope is up.
Yeah. I'm with it.
But with that said, we can't wait to watch TalkNShopAMania. We have Turning Point. So many things are coming along. When is Gimmicks supposed to come out?
The Real Gimmicks.
That's the animated show, The Real Gimmicks?
Yeah, so that's dropping everywhere. Go ahead, Rock. Right?
So the Real Gimmicks at the Real Gimmicks on IG. So right now it's a completely like straight to consumer, on IG, short episodes. But we're shopping it around for like a longer form type of series to we're talking to everybody, Netflix, Hulu's, and all those all those folks. So we're shopping that. But it's actually, you're gonna have the 13th episode, or will be a part embedded into TalkNShopAMania 2, Friday the 13th. 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific on FITE TV and in-demand pay-per-view. You're not going to want to miss it. If you saw the first one, this one's even crazier. If you haven't seen the first one, you don't need to see the first one to see the second one, but I suggest it because you can still catch it on FITE TV right now.
And then is the whiskey out already? So can they have the whiskey with the...
So the wine, the wine right now is the only way. Unless you live in Pleasant View, Tennessee, you can go to the Leatherwood Distillery and pick up the whiskey. But just the trying to or working through the loopholes and the laws of shipping alcohol has been kind of it's a tough one. It's a tough one. But the wine right now is ready and is shippable. And the website is TNSmania.com. You can buy it right there, man, and it'll ship you red or white, ship you the blood or the Blanca or whatever you need, baby.
And we got updates on the bourbon coming like very, very soon. So we should have some updates on shipping to different states very soon. But that's the way alcohol is, man. Strict laws in this country.
Stiff.
Definitely know that as being part of a vodka company. So whenever you guys come to LA. And Rocky, you are in LA. You guys are more than welcome to come down to the Neff Nest, as Tyra coined it. The Neff Nest.
Invitation accepted.
Yeah, and it comes in bills. I usually, there it is. So this is how it comes.
Oh, that's cool as hell. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
I want one of those for my bar.
All right,
shotgun that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, we do. We have mini ones. We have mini double shot ones, little barrels, and we just take them back.
That's sick.
Yes, we would.
But the pleasure is all mine. I can't wait to watch on November 13th, TalkNShopAMania 2, and then on the 14th, we're seeing Turning Point. You guys are killing it. I think the wrestling community, especially during this time, we just extend our hands with a big thank you from a distance hug, because COVID.
I'm down. Just don't cough on me. I'll give you a hug, Daddy.
There you go. But yeah, anything else you want to tell anybody before we get out of here?
Nah, thanks, man. Review it, man. Review it, baby. Give us a review on it. What you think of what you think of part 2, please.
Yeah, absolutely. We got it. I would definitely do that and have it up by that's 2 weeks. So I'll have it up in 2 weeks.
Hey, November 22nd at Jimmy's famous seafood in Baltimore, Maryland. We're doing our first ever live Talking Shop at 6 p.m. And you can order tickets at talkinshoppod@gmail.com. Only 100 tickets are available, or 125, whatever. But they're moving pretty quick once we started to figure out how to promote it and how to get people to pay and all this shit. But it'll be fun because I don't have any idea what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be up on stage and just be talking shit. You know how we are.
Yeah, it'll be. That's what I said. You guys. When I say it's a pleasure, really a pleasure, because sometimes you talk people and it's not really there, but you guys really make it seem like you guys are just the boys having a drink, and your reputation definitely lives to that, man. So I appreciate your time, I appreciate your energy, and I appreciate all the falls that you have taken for our entertainment.
Hey, thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem. You have a great day. And Rocky, next time I want to talk music. Being from the music industry and from it and doing all those things, I definitely want to talk music.
Oh, that'd be sick. Anytime, just let me know.
Yeah, y'all need to do it live right there. Shotgun a couple back for the boys. Man.
That would be fun.
This is what this is right here. Gotta wake up. So
envy you, brother. Have fun.
Yeah. So thank you guys. I can't wait till next time, and I will do the review and have it up for you guys very soon once it airs.
Thank you, my man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Appreciate you.
Want more? Make sure you follow us on Instagram at THS.wrestling.